Hey guys, and welcome back to Everyone's Allowed. So today, as you can tell, we are in a different place, a different city and stuff like that. So let's get right into it. So today we are in Rome and it's beautiful. I'll turn it around in a second, but right now I want to explain what's going on. So today, it's like you can get off the ship if you want, but you don't have to if you don't want to either. But we did this morning, but there was nothing to see because we didn't go actually into Rome. So that's why I didn't take any videos or anything like that. I'm sorry about that. But I have to be honest, this cruise is like not, it's okay. I mean, it's not the best cruise that I've ever been on, I have to be honest, but it's good, but it's not the best because the food isn't great and that's one thing I need to tell you. So, like, if you want to go in the pool, if you're disabled and if you want to go in the pool, you can. It's crazy because there's no wheelchair access to get you from your wheelchair to the pool. You just can't do it on this cruise. And I meant to say to you as well, I'm on the allure of the seas. I don't know if you can hear me very well, but so if you want to go in the pool, I'm very sorry to tell you, you can't. Because as like I said already, if you wanted to go in, you can't because there's no wheelchair access to go from your wheelchair straight from the pool. It's not very good, I have to say. But apart from that, it's been good. So apart from the food and the swimming pools, so you can go in just cruise. You can go in this cruise because that's got a seat to go in this cruise, however you want to say it. But you can go in there, and that should relax you. I haven't been in because for one, I didn't bring my bathing costume, and for two, what's the point? It's only for a week, so you know, it's like apples and oranges. But I'm gonna show you where we are in a second, and I'm gonna explain some more stuff to you. So we're in the city of the beautiful Italy, but we're in the city of Roma, or however you want to pronounce it, Rome or Roma. But it's beautiful because I've been here before and it's beautiful. It's absolutely stunning. And I have to say, it's more accessible than I thought it was going to be. But this time we didn't go actually into Rome. We stayed in like the town area of Rome, so that was good. But look at like how pretty it is. Look. Like, I mean, come on. If you want to be anywhere in the world, Rome is the best bet to be. Okay, that's amazing. Look at the house and everything. Look, just stunning. It's amazing. And if I'm right in thinking, like the Colosseum and everything is that way. So yeah, but it's absolutely stunning. And I'm sorry that I haven't been taking videos because it's just not worth taking. Apart from today, obviously, but it's just not worth taking videos, because we haven't been anywhere it's worth taking videos. So I was like, what's the point of actually doing like a YouTube video when there's no like video to take? Because it was quite boring the last few days. So I have to say as well, so this is our last third day and we only got 2 more days to go and then we're off the ship on Sunday. Hi, it's me again. So yeah, it's like I said already, we've only got 2 more days, so tomorrow and then Saturday, and then we're off the ship on Sunday, and I can't wait to see my wee RJ either. I missed him so much. It's like crazy how much I missed him, but hopefully he will be missing me as well, and stuff like that. But once again, I'm really sorry that I haven't took any footage of like where I've been and everything. It's like I said already though, it's really not worth taking because we haven't been anywhere we haven't been before. So it would be kinda like rubbish to show you. But I have to say, Rome is a beautiful place to go. If I can recommend anybody to go anywhere, it would be Rome. It would be Rome. Like Italy in general. It's a beautiful city and it's a beautiful country. As you can tell by my video. I mean it was raining yesterday, but that was only like for part of the day, and then me and my dad played mini golf when it was a bit better weather. So it was lovely to see the sun coming in and stuff. And then, as you can tell, I'll turn you back around. So as you can tell, there's a lot of buildings, and you can see that cruise ship right there. Right there. You see it? But oh my god, it's so beautiful. I know I keep saying that, but it is. And I will take you on a tour on the last day, because on the last day it's a sea day, so which means it's like you're cruising for the whole day and then for the whole night until you get back to Barcelona. And then when we get back to Barcelona, then we have to get off the ship, fly back home to Glasgow, and then go home to Edinburgh, and then go get Archie. So I'm looking forward to seeing Archie and stuff like that. I'm just, and oh, I'll turn you around again. And I just want to say, if you have any problems with your room and everything, or anything like that, you can just go to guest services, or you can go to your room lady or your room gentleman, because they can fix whatever you need to fix. Like, so for me, example, I had a problem on my bed because it wasn't a real bed, if you like. It was like a sofa bed, but it was only one like chair, if you understand what I mean. So there was that as well. And then, and her name is Patricia. So if you're watching this, Patricia, thank you very much for sorting out that for me. I very much doubt you will watch this, but you never know. But so far so good. I'm loving life right now, as you can tell by the view. And I had 2 cocktails and a hot chocolate today, and my breakfast. So I'm just waiting for my dinner now, and I will take some photos of my dinner because I can't wait for my soup, because I'm having French onion soup tonight. So that should be good, because I had it like 2 nights ago, I think it was, and it was really nice. So yeah. And I just want to say thank you once again to all my subscribers for subscribing to my channel. Thank you very much. And I've noticed that I've got 2 new subscribers, so whoever you are, thank you very much for subscribing to my channel. Really much appreciated. But I'm living my best life at the moment, and I'm gonna go for my tea in a little bit. I forgot to say to you, maybe I have said this already, but I will, when it's a sea day, I will take you all around the ship and show you what's on and show you where things are and everything. So stay tuned for that as well. So guys, today I'm at sea all day until tomorrow, until we get back to Barcelona at 8 o'clock in the morning tomorrow morning. So this is the deck 6 that we're on right now. This is my deck. This is why I stayed for the whole week. But we'll show you that in a little bit. But I want to show you something in the lifts actually. So let's go in the lifts. So we have trash cans or bins here. So as you can tell, it's touchscreen, so if you're blind, it's not very good, but they do have braille on the buttons here. Right, we'll go to deck. Right, should we just start from? I'm just gonna start from the bottom up. So we'll go to deck 4 because there's nothing on 2 or 3 because that's just the gangways. So we'll go to 4. So this is number 4. This is deck 4. This is mostly like for the kiddies, and if you want to go to a comedy show, this is where it's. But this is where it is. The comedy show. So I'll show you where it is. So this is the comedy show here. Obviously you can't get in right now because there's people in the comedy show already. But we saw a comedy show last night and he was from Scotland and he was very funny. I think this is just like a band that might be playing today or something. Oh, it's friends from Bruno Mars or whatever. But it's really cool. And as I was saying, you can't get into the comedy show unless you have you can't go into the comedy show unless you got a reservation or unless you have the standby queue. So what that means is if you're not got a reservation, then you have to go to the standby queue, which is here. So you have to sit on the 2 seats here. Just here. And there's got some cool pictures and everything for you to look at if you're bored waiting in line. Got Darth Vader here. And then this has got the Royal Casino here as well. There. We'll have a look at that as well when the time comes. And they've got some beautiful artwork here as well. Let's see. Oh, the art auction is on today at 11:30 a.m. So that will be starting maybe like in half an hour. These are my favourite paintings or pictures or whatever you want to call them, because they're so nice and bright and colourful. Spider-Man, Marvel. Now I might be wrong about this picture, but tell me if I am or not, because I don't know my geography that well. So I don't know if this is Italy or Spain, but to me it looks like Italy. But correct me if I'm wrong. And then we got some lovely flowers up here. And then we got the Love Heart painting. The American flag. I know that for a fact because I've been to America 18 times. So I know that for a fact. Beautiful paintings though. Beautiful pictures. Beautiful pictures and paintings. Because some of them are paintings and some of them are photographs. So we've got a lovely photograph here with the sunset, or it might be a painting actually, but it looks like a photograph, I have to say. And then another photograph or painting with palm trees. Sorry, I'm not very good at holding my camera today, am I? So it's a lovely photograph or a painting, but to me it looks like a photograph. So I'm just going to call it a photograph. I might be wrong. But we've got a lovely photo of palm trees, birds, people on a ship, and the lovely water. Then this one is a photo. No, I might be wrong about that. I don't think it is a photo. Maybe it's a painting, because it looks like the painting, like it's jumping out at you. So this one has got lovely colourful leaves. It's got 3 people walking up the road, and it's got some lights and a bench. Then this one has got ships, boats, buildings, sky and water, and a pole. I think that might be a fence though. So fences. Now I don't know what this does, but my mum was looking at it last night and I forgot to ask her what it did. Oh, it says last chance to buy photos, so this must be where you get the photos from. I'll hold it for a second so you can see. Oh, and there's bingo on today. So that starts in like 15 minutes, I think, today, because it's 11 o'clock. And then you get Snow White, the movie, outdoors, if you want to go to that. but it will be different things every time you come on this cruise, because this cruise does not stop going. It just continues around the world and everything. So that should be quite good for some of you. It won't be good for wheelchair users because it depends where it is based at the point of booking the ship. And by that, what I mean is because if you're in a wheelchair, it makes it more difficult to try and get on a cruise wherever you want to go. But I have to say, when you are on the cruise, it's easy as pie to get off and on the ship. So yeah, and that's the casino in there. We have two parts of the casino. I don't want to go in right now, but because I don't know if I'm allowed to film in a casino, so I'll just stand up here and let you see from in here. But when you get on the ship, it's easy as anything to get off and on the ship if you're like docking anywhere, because they have ramps. And that's another thing I need to tell you. So if you are booking a cruise with anybody who's in a wheelchair, you have to make sure that you have to tell your travel agents that you need a ship that it has a ramp to get off and on the ship. I can't remember what it's called. Like, there's a proper name for it, but I can't remember the proper name for it right now. But there's Mickey Mouse's paintings and everywhere. There's a Beauty and the Beast one. Oh, I could show you the ice rink on the ship. And yes, it's for an ice rink on the ship. I'm like, it's mental how much stuff there is to do or see on the ship. I don't know if we can go in right now, but if we can't, then I'll just let's see what there is. Oh, it's like people practicing or people having a shot. Look at that. Obviously, if you're in a wheelchair, you can't ice skate. But I have been told by someone that my mum and dad knows, if you live in Edinburgh, you can go ice skating in your wheelchair. Now, I don't know if that's true, because they might have been making it up, or if it is true, then let me know, because I really want to do it. But it only happens at Christmas time, so not the best for me, because it's really cold, obviously, at Christmas time. But look how cool that is. Excuse the pun. So we're going back outside of the ice rink. So, right, I'm going to show you. So this is for the art auction. So there's that. And then this is the ice rink here, where the blue doors are. And then it says Studio B here, so that's where you go into the ice rink. So if you turn just a little bit, there's a comedy show, Comedy Live it's called. So, and then they have toilets on every deck as well, so let's go and see the toilets quickly. So the casino is right beside the Comedy Live. So if you just turn a little bit more, there's the casino as well. And me and my mum and dad got tickets to go and see Mamma Mia tonight. Because it's my mum's birthday and she loves Mamma Mia. So this is a show for tonight on board the cruise, Mamma Mia. So I'm going to show you the toilets because I think this was really cool. Like, the last time that I was on a cruise was last year and I forgot to film it, to be quite honest. But this time, so this has got a door it's got a button to open the door. So you just press the button, you go in, and then there's sinks and stuff like that for the normal toilets. But look at that. Right, so you push this door, you push this button like that, and the door opens, right? And then the toilet, it's just like a normal toilet. You get toilet paper and you get 2 toilet papers here. You got a medicine button there, a medical button. You get sanitary bags. You get an extra toilet roll, a toilet brush, a bin and a nappy bin. And then, if you don't know this already, the button for the toilet is down there. So every time you need to press a button, you have to pull this down like that, and then there's a button there to flush the toilet. Then I think this is the coolest bit of the toilets. You just put your hand under it, and then you got the soap right there, right here. But I think this is so cool because you don't have to worry about the taps or anything like that. And then if you want to get out of the toilet, you have to press this button again. Watch. And then that's it for the toilets. But there's toilets on every deck. And obviously there's men toilets as well, and there's disabled men toilets as well. So that was the ladies, obviously, because I can't go into the men's because I'm not a man. Oh, and then there's hand sanitizer as well. So if you want to hand sanitize your hands, you can on deck. And there's one, or there might be a few on every deck that you go to. And I think that's it from deck number 4. But it's like I said, I won't take you down to deck 2 or 3 because that's just like hospital if you need emergency care. So you have to go down to deck 2 or 3 if you want to get out of the boat. Or if you want to get off the boat. 5. We'll go to 5 next. So it's like I said already, the touch screen is not very good for blind people. They didn't have them in mind, I don't think. But, you know, if you have someone with you I think that would be better because they could tell you a bit more with the buttons and everything like that if you are blind, you know. That's just like a show type room. I won't go in right now because it's full of people and I'm funny about filming people who I don't know. So let's not do that just now, but I will show you it later. The shops, and once again the hand sanitizer station. I'll go on to the shop in a little bit. The perfume shop. So you can get Victoria's Secrets on the ship as well, or you can get any perfume that you like on the ship. But I will cost more because the tax and stuff like that, obviously. So please bear that in mind. A bar. Brew and Stern. Brew and Stern. Sorrento's. This is a pizza joint. So if you like pizza, this is where to come. I'm very sorry about the noise. I can't help that because this is the main bit of the ship. And if you want to get a bit of jewellery for your mum or your dad or whatever, or your boyfriend or your girlfriend, there's Pandora. Let's go and see in Pandora because it's not too busy right now. So when you come into Pandora, on your left hand side, there's cabinets with some jewellery on it. And then there's a lovely seat to wait in, to be seen. And then some more lovely jewellery. I like this one here. This one. And the reason why it's more expensive on the ship is because they have to pay tax on it. So you have to pay tax on it. It's quite a lot more money than it is on shore. On shore. So if you want to come in here, you can come in here for your mum or your girlfriend. Right, so we have Sorrento's right opposite from Pandora. So we have Sorrento's here, and then we have Pandora here. And then we have a little cafe right beside Pandora. Sorry, I know I'm shouting, but I feel like I have to because it's really busy in here today. Because it's like I said already, it's a free day, so everybody's on the ship today. So you can get hot chocolate, coffee, tea from this wee cafe. And then you can get cakes as well if you want a wee cake. And then this is guest services. This is guest services. So you've got the cafe on the right hand side, and then you've got guest services. So you've got the cafe on the right hand side, and then you've got the guest services right beside the cafe on the ship. And this is a workshop. I won't go into that because I can't afford anything. But if you have a look at the watches in the windows, we can have a look in here. And then you got more lifts. This is where you get the life jackets from. In here. So if you need a life jacket, just go here, I guess. So I'm going to take you through to the main dining hall. There's 3 main dining halls. So there's one on deck 5, one on deck 3, and one on deck 4. I won't go right into it, but I will show you what it looks like from hopefully here. So that's the main dining room there. And when we go to, I forgot to show you on deck 4, but that's okay because it's just basically the same thing. But they have it on deck 4, deck 5 and deck 3. Right, I want to show you that later. So let's go back this way. And I'm going to show you my favourite bar on the ship for this one reason and this one reason only. Okay, see if I can get in anywhere. So this is what it's called, Percy Planet, Pecan Planet or whatever. And look how bright it is, and they do this funny thing with bills, with money. So they put the money on top of the roof there. Can you see that? I don't know why they do that. I need to ask them why they do that. But some of them have got messages written on them. So maybe that's why they do it. And then but it's not everywhere in this bar, it's just here, there, and there, and there.
I am gonna gonna have a headache tomorrow. Seriously, your voice is annoying.
Thanks, Percy. Then, this is my favourite bar. I like it a lot. They've got a handbag shop, so if you have a girlfriend and if you really want to treat her, then you can come in here and to buy her a handbag. So they've got all different kinds of handbags, but I'm going to show you my favourite one. Oh, they don't have my favourite one out just now. Okay. But this one is a Kate Spade handbag here, and so is this one, and so is this one. So, and then you can also get jewellery out of this shop, but it's mostly bags that they do in here. So this is jewellery. So Squash, I can't say the name of what kind of jewellery it has. And this is a Kate Spade bag as well. Kate of Spade. So like if you have a girlfriend, I would suggest do the right thing and treat her very well on the ship, because I think she deserves it. Don't you? Bags on bags on bags.
I'm looking for some food stuff for going tomorrow. You guys don't have any like even knowledge
Do you just want to get tomorrow the stuff? Otherwise you can like order.
Sunglasses, I forgot you can get sunglasses in here. If you really want to treat your girlfriend, you can get her a bit of jewellery, a handbag and sunglasses, all from the same shop. Or if you want to go to different shops, so you can go to Pandora first, then here for sunglasses and a handbag. Because a lot of girls would need see past Pandora. Hint hint. And if you feel like booking another cruise, when you're on the ship in particular, then you can go to here, next cruise. So it's right next door to Sorrento's. Right next door. So if you turn back this way, so you go the next cruise, right? And my favourite thing about this ship is this beautiful car. Now I don't understand why they have the two teddies inside of this car. I think it's because that they don't want anybody to to be in the car apart from the teddies, because teddies don't scratch it or anything, so I think that's why. And then my other favourite thing about the screws is this here. So this is what you call a rise and fall bar, because it rises from the bottom to the top and it comes back down again, and that does that every day, all day, without fail. So if you're on a roll overseas at any point, you will get this rise and fall bar, or as I like to call it, the floating bar. So it's like a big spaceship. And that's amazing. But me and my mum and dad went on it the other day, and it was okay, but I wouldn't go on it again. That was like a once and done thing. So as you can tell by my video, you have the rise and fall bar, and then you have the guest services right opposite it. Let's go and see the water. So this is my favourite bit. I love how the water changes colours. I love that. And it's like a cobble street on the ship at the main deck that everybody, where everybody gathers around. And last night and the night before that and the night before that as well, they had a street party in this area, and they had, so 3 nights ago they had Latin dancing, 2 nights ago they had a Caribbean party, and last night I don't know what they had last night because I didn't go to it because I was really tired, and plus we were watching the comedy show. And we're coming up to another jewelry shop, so if you can read that, you can read that, because I can't read it because I'm not very good at my reading. But let's see what's in the window.
Cool.
Hi Dad! This is my dad, Trevor. I'm just showing everybody my the cruise. Sorry about that. I wanted to talk to my dad, so I talked to him. So as I said already, well, I think I said already that it's only me, my mum and dad who came on the cruise. It was supposed to be my Uncle Scott as well, but he couldn't make it because there was not any cabins left. Can you imagine? Like, not having any cabins left? Yeah, I'm like, oh my god. So this ship takes 80,000 passengers, if I'm correct on that. I will get back to you on that, and I will also put it down in the comments down below if I remember to do that. I probably will remember to do that. It's just reminding myself. So this is another bar you can go to. So Blue Mars, or whatever you want to call it. I can't read that and I can't pronounce that properly. So if you can pronounce that properly, go ahead. Let's go inside of it and have a look. So this is the bar here, where you can sit up on the bar and you can ask for the waiter or the waitress for a drink, or even better yet, the waiter or the waitress can come to your table and you can give your order to the waiter or to the waitress. This is where you have the entertainment at night time or during the day. It's over here. You can see my hands are getting really sore, guys, so it might be a bit wobbly. I'm sorry about that. So you can see here they have like speakers, pianos and stuff like that for your entertainment and enjoyment. So there's two entrances. So there's one here, and then there's one here. So there's two entrance points. So let's go out here, back the way we came, because I can't get out that way just now. And then you got another bar from Blue Mars, straight across from Blue Mars, if that is what it's called. And then you have a wee Starbucks. I haven't tried that yet, but I might try it today, because it's the last day today. So I need to try everything. Right? Why not? And then, if you don't know where you are on the ship, you have this to help you on the ship. So this is the back end of the boat, right? The middle and the front. But the reason why I know that, right, is if you look at the car here, hold on. And we have the sweet doggy here as well. Right, so I'm taking you everywhere with me tonight. I might need to stop for a little bit, guys, because my hands are getting sore with driving and holding my selfie stick. So I might need to stop for like a wee hot chocolate or whatever. But now, so as I was telling you before, so if you can tell by the car where it's facing, so this is the front of the ship, and then that's the back of the ship, right there. So if you're facing this way, like, so if you're facing the steps and everything, Serenos and stuff like that, that's the front of the ship, okay? But if you're facing this way, to the waterfall and everything, it's the back of the ship, okay? I hope that makes sense for you. Right, now I'm gonna go just now, and I'll be back in a little bit because my hands are getting really sore. So as you can tell now that we're on a different deck. We're on deck 8. This is called Central Park. So it's got all the lovely trees and you can have a sit about. This is the floating bar that I was talking about earlier. So I can go to the top like I had done here, and then I can go to the bottom down here as well. So this is like a special dining place, but you have to pay for that individually. It's not with your package that you get on the ship, and it's called 150. 150 Central Park. And it's all open here as well. So you can have a look about and have a nice drink if you want to. They do juices and they do cocktails, mocktails if you want one of them. And they have seats everywhere you go on the ship, so you can sit down everywhere you want. And they have blue parrots and stuff like that. Glass blue parrots. And they have rooms here as well. But you would have to go up to deck 9 to get to your room if you wanted to look over Central Park. And then this is a wee cafe that we normally come to for lunches or whatever. Or you can come for your tea, dinner. So they have fruit here, and then they have coffee, tea over there, or hot chocolate, whatever your preference is, or fresh orange juice. And then they have tables over there. I'm not going to show you them because they're just tables, and that would be kind of boring. And then they have tables outside as well. So they have tables outside as well. And then at night time they normally have like someone singing or someone dancing over there in this area here. And then if you go over here, there's another restaurant you can go to. Falutisserie or something. I don't know what it says, but it's supposed to be like a French bit, even though we're in Italy, but it's supposed to be like a French bit here, like with the open roof and everything. And then they have the columns. I don't know what they're called, but they have the columns that you can just sit and look at if you want. You don't have to, but you can if you want. And then I think that's it, guys. So let's go to deck 14 and then 15 and then 16, and then that will be it for today. Right, so let's go to deck 14, then 15, then after that 16. So as you can tell that I'm sitting outside Toronto's and it's beautiful today. I've been outside already today, but I'm going to take you outside again because you haven't been outside yet. So after my hot chocolate, I will take you outside because I was going to show you all the decks, but I mean, what's the point? Because this is the main deck, and then you have 14, 15 and 16 on number 6 as well. So I'll take you to all the decks and then that'll be it for today. So I'm just going to finish my hot chocolate. Oh, and pesky parrots. It's pesky parrots, the bar is called, on deck number 5. So pesky parrots. I also want to say that me, my mum and dad have got an accessible cabin, but if you don't need one, please do not book one because you won't use it like how I need to. Because an accessible cabin has got like a big bed for my mum and dad, and then a little bed for me because it's just me. I don't have a boyfriend or anything like that yet. Anyway, so yes, if you're going to book a cabin, can you please just book a normal one instead of the accessible ones, because that isn't for normal people. So please don't use it, because people like us want to come on cruises as well. So, and we can't do that if you're booking an accessible room which you're not supposed to be in, you know. So please do not do that, and let it be for like people like me who need it, and my friends who need it, so we can all come on a cruise together. But I will show you my room after my hot chocolate. So let me finish my hot chocolate, so let's go again. So we're going to deck 14, I guess. So let's go up there and see what there is up there. So we're on deck 6 now. Oh, and they have the days of the week on the floor. So they have the days of the week in the list on the floor. Deck 5. So we're going back the way, facing the ship. I didn't even look at the car. How stupid am I? So this is deck 6. This is what I wanted to be in the first place, right? But we're going to have to go down again to go back up to deck 6 again, because there's something on the other side I want to show you on deck 6 as well. So this is where you can get the photographs, if you have any photographs to get. Schooner bar. This is what the bar is called. Schooners. So they take you for a wee donder. Okay. It's got pictures of ships and boats. And then this one in the glass case. You got menus on every table for a drink. A porthole, but it's not really a porthole. It's just got a picture of a boat on it, or a ship, or whatever you want to call it. And then there's another ship in a glass cage. And piano, where people can sit beside the piano and have a drink and stuff like that. Another boat, another porthole. Menus on every table, like I said. The bar. And then the back. And then you can have a look in here as well at the view when you're sitting at Schooners. Right, so I'm going to have to take you back down to 5 and then go the other way. Go out the front of the ship this time. Because even though this is my deck that I'm on right now, it's not the side I want to be on. So you come out at this end, right? You turn here, and this is Schooners bar. Schooners. Here. And then you turn a little bit more, and this is the photograph bit, where you pick up your photographs. So after all that, I was on the right deck, and I was on the right side. So let's go to the boardwalk. Right? And let's have a look in here. So it's got pictures on each side, and it's got mirrors on each side. The fun mirrors that make you look nice and fat. Thanks very much for that. Pictures on each side of the boardwalk. 99 ice cream. That's a thing that you have like when you're wee. And 99 Punch and Judy. Just a picture though. Oh my god. Hi! Chipmunks. Or Whack-A-Mole, or whatever you want to call it. That's normal.
Your fortune is mine for the telling and yours for the hearing. Come, let Zoltar tell you more.
Ooh, that's very fancy. Look at this. Hi guys. I just want to tell your fortune. If anybody believes in that, well, go ahead. Then this is where I was yesterday because I wanted an ice cream and my dad wanted a hot dog. So we came to the doghouse, the boardwalk doghouse. Can you see that? And then right opposite the doghouse is the ice cream parlour. this one here. Now I can't go into it because I've only got two hands, right? And one of them is driving my wheelchair and one of them is holding my selfie stick. So I can't go into that. I'm sorry. If I had my mum and dad here to help me, that would be fine, but I don't. So, and this is where me and my dad played like a game. You can't really see it very well. Oh, and this carousel, the carousel. And then this was where me and my dad came for a drink yesterday. Here. So this is the good point to point at. So you got the bar here, the carousel right in the middle, and then the candy shop beach, or the candy beach shop, and then try the shop next to it, and then you got the ice cream parlor here. And then you have Johnny Rockets on the other side, right opposite the bar. So you have the bar here, okay, and then you turn around like this, and then you have Johnny Rockets right opposite it. And then, if you go a bit further, okay, you have the slides, like the kids come down, or the adults, whatever, if you want to really have fun. And then, there's no lights showing. I don't know if I can show you that on YouTube, but I can show you the beginning, I guess. But I won't show you the whole thing. Well, I can't show you the whole thing anyway because the pool's right in the middle. Oh wait. So this is the swimming pool, but it's not actually a swimming pool. It's for divers to go and do a show. And we missed it the other night because the sea and the wind was too dangerous for them to go and do the show for us. I don't know if it's starting or finishing. Oh, it's finishing, so that's good. So I don't have to worry about like anything like that. And then if you come around here to the other side, okay, that's the toilets in there. Hold on. That's the toilets in there, okay? Men's and ladies. And then you have the rock climbing, which I'm not being funny, guys, but I can't do it because obviously I am in a wheelchair. So if you want to try it, go ahead. But I wouldn't recommend it for the guys who are in wheelchairs. because it might be a bit dangerous for you guys. But if you come around here, and if you go behind the TVs, see the TVs? So if you go behind the TVs, you have a game. I don't know what the game is called. And you can just sit here and watch the water going by for a little bit. It's quite hot today, even though we're at sea all day, but it's still really hot outside. So let's go and take you back around, and we'll go up to deck 14 before my phone runs out of charge. And they have a ramp here as well if you want to go into the bar, like I did with my dad yesterday. And they have TVs and everything. The Candy Beach Sweets. It's a shop where you can get candy or chocolate or Haribos or whatever you want to do. And then this is, I'll show you this quickly. So this is more like for wee kids because it's got Bluey and stuffed toys and Legos and ships. Royal Caribbean ship. Yeah, so, but let's go to deck 14. Oh no, let's go to deck 8 actually. Let's go to deck 8. Because that's one of my favourite decks. And then I'll take you to deck 14 after that. Hopefully my phone won't run out of charge. And once again guys, I'm sorry that I haven't been filming everything. It's just like I said before, it's not worth filming everything because it's not very accessible when we get off the ship. But when we're on the ship, it's very accessible, apart from one thing, and one thing only. But that's what I'm going to show you in a little bit. Oh, see? Right, we're going to have to do this nice and quickly. So there's nothing on deck 14 apart from the Royal Escape rooms. But mostly it's just rooms to sleep in. So let's go to 15. Hey guys. This is the end of my video, but I just wanted to say a couple of quick things, if that's okay with you. So, I just want to say that I'm really sorry that I didn't finish the video properly how I wanted to end it. That's because I had to go in the shower when I was packing my suitcase. And because we didn't realise what time it was at night time. So by the time we realised what time it was about dinner time and stuff like that. So I just want to say I'm really sorry for that. And the second thing is, I mean, it wasn't funny at the time, but it is now. So the second thing is I want to talk to you about today is the Glasgow airport. Now, I'm always singing their praises at the Glasgow airport, but not this time, unfortunately. Because this time, they couldn't get it any more wrong if they tried. Oh, by the way, do you like my t-shirt? It's a lure of the seas. That's nice. But they couldn't get it any more wrong if they tried on Sunday there. Sorry, that's Archie barking. But honestly, so they had to. If you're watching this, Neve, I hope it's okay that I'm talking about this on my YouTube channel. So this lovely young lady, like myself, was in a wheelchair, who couldn't do very much for herself. Now, I'm not saying she couldn't do anything for herself, because I don't think that was the case. But I didn't know her, so leave that up to your imagination. Anyway, so this lovely young lady, who is called Neve, she also has a blog, but I don't know what it is. I should ask her. But anyway, so this lovely young lady called Neve, who was in a wheelchair, lovely wheelchair, and everything like that. Now, if you know a power wheelchair, it can't get easily broken. But honestly, they couldn't do anything right at Glasgow airport because they broke her chair. Like, the lovely young lady who is called Neve, they broke her chair. Now, if you're asking me how they did it, I have no idea. That's not my place to say. But I have to say, the gentleman wasn't very apologetic. I was quite surprised about that. He didn't keep saying sorry. He had no remorse or anything like that. And I was quite surprised. And I was like, are you not going to say sorry to this lovely young lady who deserves an apology from Glasgow Airport in particular, who broke her wheelchair? An electric wheelchair, I might add. It was a disaster. But that's not the first thing that happened. No, it wasn't. The first thing what happened, so we landed at 2 o'clock, no, at 2:30 in the afternoon, and then we didn't get off the plane until 3:30. You couldn't write it, right, because I've been singing Glasgow Airport's praises for like a really long time now. Because Glasgow Airport is better than Edinburgh Airport. but we'll get on to that later. But not this time. Not this time. Because I was needing the toilet, and I couldn't go to the toilet because you're not allowed to use the toilets if you're coming back the way on the plane when you land, apparently. I don't know why that is. It's a rule that they have in place, so don't ask me. But anyway, so I was needing the toilet, and because I was on the plane for 2 hours getting back home, so I was quite bursting on the toilet. And then the air hostess, or whatever you want to call them, came over on the toilet and said to us, we're gonna have to wait for a wee bit longer because Emirates planes has just landed in Glasgow Airport. And now, if you know me, and if you know all my friends who are in wheelchairs and stuff like that, that's not good. If you need to go to the toilet, or if you need to change yourself, or if you need to change your stormer bag, anything like that, it's not the best news that you have to wait for a wee bit longer. Or if you just wanted to move about, even, because if you're sore, you know. So it wasn't the best timing to say that over the toilet. So my mum and dad went apeshit, as they do, because I needed to go to the toilet and everything like that. And so did they, because they have to wait with me, obviously, if I'm needing to go off the plane. Because I can't do that by myself. My dad has to help me. Anyway, so a wee while later, by this time it's like 3 o'clock, okay? And we've been waiting for half an hour to get off the plane. And by this time, the new crew had came on the plane to go back to Barcelona. I'm like, really? So you can let the new crew on, but you can't let us off? Somehow, that doesn't compute in their head, for whatever reason. Anyway, so the new crew come on and everything on the plane, and we're still waiting, and we're still waiting, and we're still waiting to get off the plane. And eventually, we got off the plane, and this is when the girl, the young lady, who noticed about her wheelchair being broken at both ends of her wheelchair. And I'm like, how did you break it in the first place? Because it's not a very easy area to break. You know, it's like tucked in here. And I was getting annoyed for the young lady, because if that was my wheelchair, I know that I would be annoyed at the fact the guy didn't even apologise for it. Now, I know it's not the guy's fault, because he was just trying to help her to get off the plane. But It is somebody's fault. And I think she is owed an apology from Glasgow Airport for that. So, Glasgow Airport, if you're listening, you have to give that young lady called Neve an apology for breaking her wheelchair when it was easy not to. Why did you have to touch it in the first place? Anyway, so we got eventually to the baggage claim and stuff like that, and then we got, I was pissing with rain, by the way, when we got back to Glasgow. So I was soaked, my mum and dad was soaked, everybody was soaking wet when we came out of the airport to get the car and stuff like that. How can you break a fucking wheelchair? Electric wheelchair, at that. You know, like, it's not easy to break an electric wheelchair. But anyway, so we got eventually out of the airport and we started to go on the bus to get the car because the bus is taking us to get the car. Anyway, and I think there was something wrong with the bus or something. Anyway, it took us ages to go and get the car. And guess what time we got home? 6:15 at night time. So we landed at 2:30 in Glasgow Airport. We still were on the plane at 3:30. And then we got home at 6:15 at night time. It didn't take us that long to get off the airplane at Glasgow Airport. Now, Glasgow Airport, once again, if you're listening to this or if you're watching this, please pay attention. Because I'm not going to say this again. I thought you were better organised than what you were. But you let the side down this time. And it's not okay to do that. If you're at an international airport, you should have your shit together. Not good. And that's all I have to say on the matter. Thanks guys for watching my video. And once again, I'm really sorry for not ending it how I wanted to end it. Bye guys.